Aloha. Great job today. Well, we covered a whole bunch, but here's what I'd like you to do as far as the lesson exercises. Play an E major, which requires us to put our finger on the G string, which is our third string. So we're going to count down 1, 2, 3. Leave our finger there on the G sharp and then play both of these, but our longer finger is going to go the furthest reach, as you know. Right underneath it, our E major. If we were to play the E major and take off a finger, it would become an E minor. So we know that the G is going to be our third because the third determines major or minor. G major as a E major as a E G sharp B, E minor as a E G B. We flatten the third. When we move that up horizontally, we get a E major to an A minor. Now we won't just squish this forward for the A major. We talked about playing it with a flat finger and then keeping that one note open. It's a great way to use this. So for the next couple exercises, watching this, it's based off of being able to play all the notes from a bar chord. So if you can't get the notes, we're not pressing down hard enough, or we need to shift and adjust where our finger is. Keeping the thumb straight is often the best way to do, sitting up straight, floating the elbow, and then pressing down and trying to get all of these. And what I said was you will eventually be able to get all of these notes within reason. And then the more times you get like 5 notes out of 6 and then 6 out of 6 every other fret, you're just getting better at it. We're going to play an E major, then an E major in the second fingering utilizing the pinky now rather than the first finger. And we're going to move that up to the first fret and bar. There we go. Do the same thing over and over and over again. Should sound like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. E major second fingering, up a half step and play the bar chord. Try and get every note out. Don't spend too much time harping on it, just try and go for them. If you want to, you can go all the way up the fretboard too. And what you might notice is they become a little easier past the 5th fret. A little easier to press down. We would do the same thing with our A minor to a B flat minor, B minor, C minor, C sharp minor, D minor, so on and so forth. But really only doing this, switching and then playing forward will help get those notes out. Nice. Remember, bar chord, bar chord, bar chord. Try to do that with a bunch of different fingers. Second finger, third finger too. It'll just make you stronger. I don't know. I've never tried it with the 4th on that one. See what it does. Other than that, the chords of the day that you learned were the D major. We can take our first finger, stay on the 3rd string, 1, 2, 3, but at the 2nd fret now. It's a half step ahead of that G sharp to make an A. All the way up top, we're going to skip a string and go all the way to the E to play that F sharp. So we have A, F sharp, and then our D is going to be our 1. Remember, our takeaway today is whenever you see something like that, that's going to be our 1 and 3. That major harmony, it sounds pretty. It's in a G, it's in a C, it's in an F, it's in a D. It's everywhere. So when we play our D major, our fingers can play these 2 notes, and then there's going to be a finger covering the note in the middle. The reason why it looks the same as the C and has a triangle there is because it is. So when we play D major, C major, C sharp major, D major, getting rid of these 2, which form that 1-3 shape that we're used to hearing, it reveals and leaves just this, which that essentially is that. Ta-da. So a D major, we also had our G major. Remember, all these we're going to play in 2 different fingerings, which means the pinky's either on or it's off. Most every chord has 3 fingers down in a bar chord or 2 fingers down in a bar chord, or just 2 fingers down or just 3 fingers down. Very rarely do we have a chord that's just 1 finger since we have 2 bass notes. Other than that, I would like for you to do a progression this week, which is going to be your E minor. Your A minor. You're going to take this A minor, keep the structure, and put just a finger there on the C note to go from an A minor to a C. We're going to drop these 2 to play the G major shape, put our pinky up top for the G note, and remove our finger from the C to get a G. And then we're going to use that finger to go to the G string right here and construct our D major. The whole thing should feel like an A minor C major, G major, do that a couple 100,000,000 times, or 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, and it'll just help the connection of making an A minor and a C major or relative major minor. It's one finger away. It feels good. Heck, you could even do that same concept here with the B minor and then now your D minor, but we'll get to that at a different time. If we follow this concept, your chords will get a little stronger. You'll be able to move them. You'll be practicing these new chords, and then we pretty much have all of them. The only chords we really don't have are like an B flat minor or a B minor, C sharp minor, G sharp minor, F sharp minor. But as you saw today is we just have a major, we scoot it up, switch our fingerings, and then drop it down. The second chord in a measure is a minor. Third's a minor, fourth is a major, fifth is a major, sixth is a minor, seventh is something called a diminish, and then it goes to the one again. Major shape, minor shape, minor shape, major shape, major shape, minor shape, crazy shape, and then major shape again. That's going vertically, and then we do it over here by going E, F sharp, G sharp, A. Well, this A is right there. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp. We could play a D sharp here, or we could just go back to a B and play it as a dominant. And it turns into the same chord. Very good seeing you today. Till next time.